Team USA had their first real Olympic matchup this weekend as well, playing France, a team with 6 NBA players on their roster. So it's not like France is some scrubs, but they're also not ranked one of the better teams in the Olympics either. Team USA ends up winning by 27 points, but if you watch just the first quarter and shut the game off, you would have thought it would have been a lot closer. USA only led by 1 point after the first quarter. Turnovers and foul trouble were a huge issue for them. And what me and Joey keep saying that could end up hurting them, they went 0 for 6 from 3 in the first quarter. And like me and Joey have mentioned, I don't know, countless amounts of times at this point.
I don't think they need to be taking so many threes.
No reason to live and die by the 3.
Why?
Too many athletes, too much talent.
Why play the international game?
Why?
Play your own game.
Yeah, I don't get it. I mean, they ended up putting France away with their three-point shooting.
Correct.
Later in the game. But the three-point shooting, if they didn't get hot,
France
could have ended up
in
costing them the game. You really have no idea. And I'm not trying to... no, actually, I am trying to sit here and judge them. What am I talking about? That's my job here. You know, you got to sit here and say to yourself, like, at one point or another, Olympic teams are just going to sit there and say, all right, fine, we'll play zone against them and just let them shoot threes all day. Like, what are you going to do? Shoot 40 threes in a game and hope to make 20?
That's the way Coach K works. And you know, I think it's Rick Pitino who said it. If you make a third of your threes, that's like making half your shots from the field.
That's a valid point. I think that when you look at how they play the game, there's no reason for them to go about it the way that European players and European basketball is played. They have the best athletes in the world. They have the best player in the world in LeBron James. They have some of the best shooters in the world with Kevin Durant and Kobe Bryant. They have one of the most dominant one-on-one players in the world in Carmelo Anthony. You know, they have everything they need, yet they rather settle for threes than drive. There's no country in this world that's going to guard them one-on-one, so drive the hoop.
No, none of them. No country.
Drive and dish. Drive and dunk. Alley-oops. The whole 9 yards. I mean, let's be serious. There is nobody out there that honestly has the physical talents to keep up with Team USA. Nobody. But Team USA themselves seem to be settling for jump shots, settling for three-pointers instead of forcing the issue.
It really bothers me that they play like that too, and I understand that's the way Coach K plays. That's what he preaches at Duke. They live and die by the 3-ball at Duke, but this is Olympics, international play, man. I feel like the Team USA is playing too much like an international team. Like you just said, bro. Dish it, like bring it to the hole, dish it. Bring it to the hole, dunk it. Where's the explosiveness? I don't get it.
Yeah, and you know the sad thing is we're sitting here and we're riding them, yet they win by 27.
I know. And that's the worst part. You know what's funny though? I don't know if it was the mothership who said this or if it was a different channel I was listening to, but last night I heard someone make a comment saying that Tony Parker played so poorly because of the night club incident where, you know, the piece of glass was in his eye. And I just say to myself, no, I don't think that's the reason. I think it's because Team USA played good defense. Yeah, I don't think the incident from like 2 to 3 months ago affected his basketball playing last night. I don't think so.
Look, Tony Parker on the San Antonio Spurs, which I think that team could beat France probably.
Probably.
Tony Parker runs the show on San Antonio. He ran the show for France, hence why Team USA guarded him so tightly, was because they knew that if he played really well, France would play really well. Well, they shut him down. I think he scored all of like 10 points. I think
10 or 11 points.
Yeah, he did not play very well.
Like 1 or 2 assists, that was it. Yeah, USA shut him down. They said, yo, if we stop Tony Parker, they are not winning. Boris Diaw will not beat Team USA.
Yeah, I mean, the funny thing is, though, France as a whole, all right, really helped this game go the way it went. They shot 1 of 11 from 3 for the game. They missed 7 of their free throw attempts. Now, just give a little perspective to this. If they make their 7 free throws and they make, like, what, 4 more three-pointers, that's 19 points. All of a sudden, you have an 8-point game. And even if they made 4 more threes, that's 5 of 11. That's still under 50%. That's what Team USA themselves have things to improve on based on the fact that they're going to find a team that can't miss or shooting really, really well or playing really, really good defense. They're going to run into somebody. That's just how sports work. You cannot just be the best team all the way through. You have to have some type of...
Well, the 92 team blatantly was dominant all the way through, but that was because the world really wasn't introduced yet to basketball.
Yeah, the world wasn't the basketball, didn't have the basketball talent it has now, that's for sure. But, you know, the funny thing, one of the knocks on Team USA right now is the fact that some people think they're passing the ball too much. Some people believe that...
I could understand that, and, you know, I could see that just for the simple fact that this team really has been put together too much, so maybe now they're like, oh, we're all superstars, I don't need to, you know, I don't need to hog the ball, let's share the love with everybody. You know, that becomes an issue. It
does. Well, yeah, you can't, there is a such thing as overpassing.
Yes.
There really is. I mean, but they had 27, where do I have that right now? 27 assists on 31 scored baskets. That's awesome. But at the same time, there were moments where it didn't need to, you know? Jeremy points out sort of who cares what they are doing as long as they are winning gold. And you know what, Jeremy, I mean, that's hard to argue with. I mean, the simple fact of the matter is as long as they keep winning games, there's not much really to say. But for a team that says they can beat the 92 Dream Team, it's sort of just feels right to sit here and critique them, I guess you would say.
Can I say something about that real quick?
Sure.
How come, like 2-3 weeks after the Kobe comment, does another reporter ask LeBron James a comment, and then he gives the same answer? Like, why can't the reporters just bury it? Just let it stay down. Because I'm sorry, this team is foolish to think that they could beat. Well, not foolish. They aren't foolish. Let me just say that. But it's foolish hearing the nonsense continuing to swirl, in my opinion anyway. Because from what I gather from this team, I really think the 92 team would seriously beat them with every ounce of energy left that they had. Like, let's just stop the debate. It's never, ever, ever, ever gonna happen. Sadly, it's never, ever gonna happen. So let's just stop the debate. Let the 2012 team think what they want to think. Let me think what I want to think. It's a fun little scenario that'll never, ever happen. Stop asking them the questions because it's getting annoying at this point.
Well,
that's all.
Yeah, pretty much.
I just think it's annoying. I just do, because it's never going to happen. It's a great little back and forth thing. Oh, who'd win the 92 team, the 2012? I still think the 92 team would beat them good, because you know why? Those boys wanted to whip everybody back then, and everybody was in their prime, minus Larry Bird, minus Magic Johnson. But those two would school something like Anthony Davis, who's on the team. Anthony Davis is on the team. He's 18 years old. He would get schooled by Barkley, by Malone, by one of those guys.
Oh, it would be bad. He wouldn't know how to handle it. Barkley, look, I'll say it. I've said it once, I've said it twice, and I will say it again. There is nobody on Team USA 2012 that would be able to have handled Charles Barkley. I'm sorry. Maybe LeBron. That's about it.
Go ahead. I was gonna say Jeremy puts a valid point in the chat room. He said it's gossip, it generates buzz and views and advertisement, which equals money. I get that.
Pretty much. I mean, equals money, equals ratings, equals reads of articles,
so on and so forth.
I mean, it's a very. But I mean, let's be serious. That's a very simple but yet very good point. I mean, they keep talking about this simply for the fact that it's money and it's ratings, and people love hearing a team 20 years later sit here and say that they could beat what's considered the greatest team to ever be assembled. And that's what it is. I think that's what draws people to the conversation. Is you're talking about a team filled with freakish athletes against a team that set the standard for what basketball is.
Correct.
That's what you're talking about.
That
And
really
it makes people's mouths water. It really does.
Jeremy, show me the money.
I like Pixel. Unibrow would have got his butt handed to him. Yeah, Anthony Davis would have been in trouble. He's just too tiny. I know he's tall and lanky, but he doesn't have enough weight.
No way.
Malone and Barkley. I mean, Robinson would have even showed him a couple moves. I think it would have been fun to watch, though, man. Only in our dreams, but it would have been a lot of fun to watch.
Well, heck, you never know, man. Maybe Barkley, Robinson, Patrick Ewing, Karl Malone, Stockton, maybe they'll all get back into shape like Rocky Balboa did for Rocky 6. You know, they were like, oh, here's a simulation between the two fighters. And all of a sudden, they put them together for an exhibition. Now, dude, I think they would sell out. If
at least get a video game or something, you know?
Bro, that would be cool. Either a video game or mix the two teams together. Combine the two teams.
Your favorite out of all of them?
No, well, you get two captains. You get like Jordan and Kobe be the two captains, and you pick your teams. Or Jordan or Kobe and LeBron, and you pick your two teams from the two combined teams.
Okay.
That would be pretty rugged, too.